Daniel Cormier, other known as the Hamburger, is cut down to 205. He said he was going to fuck Patrick Cummins up for talking mad shit. He didn't like it, and he sure enough did what he said he was going to do. He shut him up. Because, I mean, Patrick Cummins, they were saying, I think they were trying to hype Patrick Cummins up, saying, oh, he's 4-0, he's undefeated. There's 40 guys that won't take fights with him. There's 40 guys, 40 fucking guys. Really?
I think all 40 of them go, I'll take that fight now.
Right. I think that, you know what, right now, those must have been 40 guys that the reason they weren't taking that fight is because, look, if you fight Patrick Cummins, we're going to give you $200. And they're like, nah, I don't think I want to do that. You know what I mean? Because I know if you were to fight Patrick Cummins and they were going to give these guys a decent payday or a decent amount of money, then they take the fight. That's just what I have to believe. But the UFC hype shit up. What do you think about Daniel Cormier?
Wait.
I did say that.
No, the UFC hyped things up?
You didn't know that?
Wait, no.
Yeah.
You mean something like the owner, or no, he's not even the owner.
That guy Dana.
The mouthpiece for the UFC, because he's not even the owner.
He does.
You think he hypes things up?
We still look red, man.
Yeah.
We look like we're holding our breath. We're not really holding our breath, but
you mean the same guy who sat there and said Ronda Rousey's the biggest star in the UFC's ever had? You think he might say something along the line that sponsors are the problem with the UFC? Yeah. That guy?
Mm-hmm. Do you think he might be saying that because he's mad because his real #1 star left the UFC?
Maybe. But it doesn't seem like he'd be the guy who would act like that. Wouldn't you expect to be somebody to be a little more professional? If you were the mouthpiece for a company, don't you think the people behind you who own it might rein you in a little bit?
No.
Anyway, DC looked great. I'm not going to knock him. I think, me personally, and I've said this from the jump, when he makes the cut to 205, he needs to fight at least one fight. If they want to give him the title fight next, John Jones has got to win. John Jones has got to beat Glover.
Yeah.
If he beats Glover. If he beats Glover, then fine. Then we can talk about DC. Until John Jones beats Glover, and a lot of people think he will, and a lot of people don't know. And I, for one, if he's going to lose a fight, I'd rather watch him lose to Glover than DC because I'm more of a Glover fan than I am a DC fan. And I'll be interested to see what John Jones comes out in that fight because to me, he's been getting awfully conservative with his fighting.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. DC looked crisp. He needs one or two more fights.
He needs one or two more fights.
But knowing the UFC, he won't have one or two more fights. He'll fight for the 205 belt next because of name power and his undefeated record.
And yeah, he's undefeated as a heavyweight. So I mean, he could obviously be getting a shot at the heavyweight title. Really, if you think about Daniel Cormier,
Kane.
Yeah, but if he was a heavy, he should fight. He won't fight Kane, but he should be fighting Kane. Yeah. So why not give him the fucking shot? I mean, the thing is, and I've said it, and I'm going to say it again because I like when I'm right. Daniel Cormier has some good fucking hands, okay? And by the way, John Wall won the slam dunk contest. Have I said that too many times now? But I'm just going to say it again. Hey, John Wall fucking won a slam dunk contest.
So DC is now 3-0 since coming to the UFC. It's bringing Frank Mir, Roy Nelson, and now Patrick Cummins.
Yeah. He just has good hands. And you know what? One thing he's incredible at, George, is that I noticed when Patrick Cummins shot on him, he just grabbed him, controlled him, and he pushed him up against that cage. And he's good at that dirty boxing, man. Throwing those uppercuts, keeping you up, keeping you. He is just, he's good.
Sturdy.
Yeah. I tell you what, if he does fight John Jones, and John Jones lets him get in the inside.
He's got to use his length and stay away.
He's going to have to.
Dynamic striking. He's got to pull.
Dynamic striking.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't use wizardly. It was already crossed off our list of words to shoehorn into this.
You know that shit is tight, son. Wizardly. Woo-hoo. Speaking of the Wizards, John Wall won a slam dunk contest. Did I say that already?
How many of y'all out there have a friend of the African American skin tone? I don't even know if that's a tone.
It's not really African American. It's actually red today.
Yeah. Anyway, how many of y'all have black friends that have used the word wizardly in a sentence? I got one.
This Negro right here.
One. It's the Black Gandalf.
That's right.